Hey guys, Banana Lock here, back with another Water of Realms video, and we're here with another Abyss run. This time around we've actually managed to break through the last physical shield, which we did not manage to do so in the last video. And yeah, it's gonna be without Kigiri, without Raizan as well, and it's gonna be surprisingly with an A1 Astrael that I put last week on the 1+1. Now, this is pre-patch as well, because Astrael is about to get some buffs. He's already gotten them on Forerunner, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much more he does after that lens, but for now, he is able to break through the last physical shield. There's quite a bit of RNG involved because of Moradin's procs and everything, so let's hope we get there. And yeah, let's get started without further ado. Placements are important. You're gonna see that we are buffing Wukong with Nerissa. And after that, our third best DPS is going to be Nestia. Bring in Moradin, Astrael, Raiga, and then last but not least, Bond. And once we get the ultimate up here, just going to bring them all in. And you're going to notice that we put Moradin and Astrael in a rather odd position. That's because I want Monkey Business to proc on all of these units. And then once we get Moradin's out up here, just gonna switch him over in a second. About 1/3 through the bar. Just so that he dodges the stun and is still able to do damage despite all that. And get another ultimate out there. And last but not least, we get one more round of Wukong ultimates before the shield actually comes out here. There we go. And now we just wait for the next round, and you can see Astrael's ultimate is almost up again. Quite similar uptime with Wukong's ultimate, but one ultimate lesser. But it is still a lot significantly higher than say like Raiga's, for example. So that's nice. Get another round of ultimates, and then we pop the Numera one. And it's important to take note if Moradin gets his almost all of his rage back, because at A0 he does struggle with that. So with him at almost 100% rage before magic phase starts, that's a good sign. We're just gonna swap him out there. And then I'm gonna get aliens out here. And then before the Drake's Bellow, we pop Raiga's ultimate. And then this is how we dodge the Meteor Dodge. Halfway through the cast bar, that's when we're gonna move Astrael to the back here. And the animation of him moving is gonna dodge one of the meteor strikes. And then he's also gonna, get a shield upon landing. And all those will definitely help in him surviving, obviously. And there we go, that's done. We're supposed to get one more Numera out up here before this phase ends. And then 416 is actually where we should move Moradin and get the outs up for the physical phase. There we go. I'm gonna get Astrael's out up here. There's Numeras, and then we're gonna do the ultimate there. As well as Raigas. And now we just wait. There's no more ultimates for us to activate here because we don't need any of it to survive through the physical phase. Or the physical shield. We break that on our own there. And then we're gonna get the ultimates up here. I'll move Moradin out of the way. And now we just wait for Numera's out to be up. Or activated. And now we enter the second magical phase. And this is where the monkey business from earlier, where we had that funky placement, is to actually help Moradin survive through this phase when he is out of Alien's healing range here. So we're gonna pop the ultimate here. And that Seismic Slam is gonna take the monkey business from him. You can see monkey's business is gone now. And before the Drake's Bellow, we're gonna cast the Raiga ultimate. And then same thing when Meteoric Deluge is about halfway through the cast bar. Gonna move him away. And yeah, that should help us to, you know, actually dodge through that. And you can see the shields actually helping quite a fair bit and surviving through that blast as well. And now I'm gonna move Moradin in. This is in advance so that he can actually out on time when we reach the last physical shield. Now with Nastia and Vaughn's ultimate, we will clear through this shield pretty quickly. We don't need Numeras out. And we can save it for another round of burst here. There we go. This is 60k before we even reach the last physical phase. And then we'll pop the Wukong ultimate. And there we go. And now we're gonna get another one of this. Gonna pop the Numera ultimate. And then before the stuns hit, we're gonna switch Diao Chan. That's just gonna help with survival. I'll switch back right after. Now we just wait for the last phase. The last shield. Pop the Raiga ultimate here. And we're just gonna wait for the shield to be up before we pop all these ultimates here. There we go. And you will notice that we held Numera's ultimate for this shield as well. There's every single bit of damage counts here. You can see it's rather close, but we do manage to clear it in time. And then now we're gonna get one more Wukong ultimate. And then we get to the next ultimate, next magic phase here. And this is where we can start maybe despawning Wukong. As well as I think again this despawn Moradin as well. Because Astrael does give some shield. And I hope that's gonna help. Here we go. Yeah, I think that's basically it. We might die here if we can't get Raigas out in time. We do get one more out, and we'll get about 80k there now. And obviously everything's gonna die there. And yeah, Dragon's gonna fly off here. And there you go. That's the full run. 82k. I know my Astrael team is on the higher side of Awakenings, but just considering the physical shields alone, I think this was a pretty good run. Because we did manage to break it without A5 or A3 Kigiri even. So this is the total final numbers. We have Numera, Wukong, Nastia, Moradin, Vaughn, Raiga, followed by Astrael. Now, Astrael's damage doesn't look like much here, but we do have to bear in mind that this is higher than what A0 Kigiri does. And we also have to bear in mind that he does provide that survivability and the attack interval reduction, and also the vulnerability uptime. While Moradin already does some with his ultimate, I think Astrael just adds in another layer so that we can actually manage to bring down the last shield there. So yeah, that's the run, and other than the monkey business helping Moradin survive there, and also how to shift Astrael, there's really not much other tips that we can provide there, so let's get into the gear. Now, I have Nastia in Hell's Lament. This is a Hell's Lament with Astrael's ring. So it is a pretty big deal. I think this brought my Nastia's damage up quite significantly. And then on the artifact, we have Tear of Twilight with almost a 15% crit damage boost. And then after that, we have Numera, Cataclysm with the Astrael's ring. And you will notice that we have some HP on her just to make sure that she survives. Also some rage regen. And then Shadowed Hilt, which is obviously the best in slot artifact for her. And Nerissa, just Invigoration, as much attack as we can squeeze in. And then we have Tears Balm just to allow the team to survive to the later phases. Bond with Cataclysm as well, with an Astraeus ring. Crit on this ring is slightly low, so you can see my crit is not as high as I would hope for it to be, but team still works. And then we have the Blight's Collar Claw here. Yao-Chan, Wings of Grace. Then we have our Aggression piece on here. It is not as high as I would like it to be. We want to breach 17k attack, which is pretty common these days, but yeah, this is what we have at the moment. We also have attack bonus on our exclusive, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Raizan, I have him on a Infernal Raw set. I think that Sober Arcana might be better. The reason why I have him on this set is actually very simple. It's because I don't have enough HP if I switch to Sober Arcana. You can see that even on the breastplate and the weapon, I'm using HP subs, because without that, we don't actually have enough HP to survive to the later bits. And then Key of Forsaken here. My Nerissa is A0, better than mine. If she was A1, then I think it will work a lot better in terms of reducing the HP of Raizan. Wukong is in my best Sober Arcana set. A lot of Rage Regen as well. And then the Golden Cudgel artifact. Moradin is A0 with Cataclysm and Astraeus ring. And then we also have his exclusive. You can see the vulnerability here for 15 seconds. So Astrael giving another bit of vulnerability does help in terms of, you know, the uptime of this debuff. And then we last but not least have Astrael. Cataclysm as well. But I have the Nightmare Ring on him. This extra bit of Rage Regen just gives him the best ultimate uptime. Because in some phases we used it 3 times. And then the Helm of Helios to boost units around him. And then Alien and Invigoration, followed by the Tears Balm. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video and hope you learned some things from this. It is pretty surprising that Astrael can actually bring that much to the table. But I do think that Raizan plays a big role, and also Moradin's procs. If let's say he doesn't get enough of the... Where was it? Yeah. So if he does not get enough soul strikes, then he sort of falls off quite a bit. That's why I won his A1. But unfortunately, I've been hunting for Nora copies. So I think the next time that a Pick Your Own banner comes up, I might be picking Moradin just to get the A1 and hopefully A3, because all those helps in just boosting his damage. So that's gonna be for the video. Thanks for tuning in, and leave a like or subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.